Welcome back, everyone. I know I said that I'd try to do one of these a week. End of the summer activities and packing things up, closing the pool, kids going back to school. I came down with a bad head cold. A little delay on that. Apologize, but today I do have a cool project. Me going through trade school as a machinist, I know myself and as many other apprentices, we had a fun project making the ball inside of a cube. I made a bunch of these actually, and I had a lot of fun doing it, and I learned a lot about the engine lathe. And I thought, hey, what a cool idea. Let's make one out of wood. If you stick around just long enough, I'll show you how I did it. Come on. The first thing I need to do is rough cut a big chunk off of this beam here, about 2 1/4, and then I'll take it over to the miter saw for the next step. Now that I have my rough chunk, I'm going to saw this up into a 2-inch cube. Now we'll go lay it out, find my center points, and then mark out the circle. Now that I have the center point, I have this set to make a 1.650 diameter circle. Alright, take it to the lathe. Okay, now I've got the block in the chuck here. I'm just going to take my small skew. I'm going to pocket out where I scribed my circles, and I'm going to taper it down to the center and then flip it and do that to all sides. Okay, we'll flip that and do that 6 more times. 5 more times. Alright, I have the first 5 sides cut. Last one to go. I tried to get as close as I could into the corners, but not all the way through. I still want some material to hold the ball in there. Now, if you were to cut more material out and you have no support when you're cutting the last piece, what you can do is jam scrap material, paper, something, cardboard in these little gaps to hold the ball inside the cage when you're cutting the last piece. That way when it breaks loose, you don't have anything bad going on. And hopefully I don't have anything bad going on this next side. But if you do, well, just tune in later on for the blooper reel. You'll see it. Thankfully nothing broke. I've got the majority of the cutting done. I think I'm done on the lathe. I need to go now and just cut these little corners out, break that free, and do a lot of hand sanding and polishing, and we'll finish this thing up. Alright, over here on the workbench, I think I'm just going to go in there with a Dremel, cut them little corners out, smooth out the edges, put a coating on it. And I think it'll turn out pretty cool. Well, I got the ball broke loose, all the corners knocked off, but still a little rough, and there's some burrs here, so I'm just going to polish it up. And that'll do it for my wooden ball inside of a cube. Really took me down memory lane to my days in trade school and all the fun things I learned there cutting metal, and everything I've done since then, and all the tricks and tips that I learned along the way from that to share into my wood shop and my woodworking skills. Again, not perfect, but it still really came out pretty cool, I think. So glad you enjoyed. If you like what you see and want to see some more, please help support the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. See me on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Till next time, thanks for watching.